Before we go on further with this topic, we never really got to the presidential campaign last week, and Donald Trump entered, and I just want to, we never really discussed it. And I have to say, I want to ask you two especially, because I hear all over the media, he's just a joke, it's just a publicity stunt, don't worry about it, it'll go away. It's not going away.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
No.
This is the Frankenstein monster that was created with the Tea Party. This is your worst nightmare, because he's catapulted to second in the polls, and by the way, he's pissed about that.
Like
he thinks he should.
poll.
What?
I don't think that Donald Trump's going to stay at the top of the polls for very long. I really don't think so.
He makes everybody else look like a midget. Not in a good way, but you know what? Like here's the thing about Donald Trump. He never apologizes. He's never wrong. No matter what crazy thing he says, he's totally he's the white Kanye. And they are going to love it. I'm telling you.
Pat Buchanan was a reality
for
star.
a party
that's
whose
for sure.
base adores belligerence. This is the guy. I mean, when he announced,
I don't think it'll last, but I think the belligerence point is true, and that people are responding to this thing that they find refreshing about him, where he just says this guy sucks and this guy sucks, and he doesn't apologize for it.
I think people are looking for politicians that will say, you know, they clearly are saying something that it looks like they believe. I think the problem that Donald Trump is, well, among the many problems that Donald Trump is going to have, is that I think he is viewed unfavorably by almost 3/4 of people who are Republicans. Now, that 1/4 that thinks favorably of him, they may be that 11% that says they'll vote for him in a poll.
Yeah, but his ideas are not as far-fetched as people believe. I mean, the scary thing about Donald Trump is his views reflect what millions upon millions of people in the Republican Party.
Oddly enough, so Donald Trump in recent weeks has started to kind of become this voice of white working class angst around things like trade and
the billionaire guy.
But that's not just for Republicans. I mean, think about this trade victory that we were talking about, how Obama's had this great week around trade. The biggest opposition to what he wanted to do on trade was coming from the left, from kind of like the populist left. This is not just Donald Trump pushing Republican buttons. It's bizarre to me that Donald Trump could be the voice of white working class Americans. But that's what he's tapping into.
What folks on this stage are forgetting, and conservatives are forgetting, is that he's a Hillary Clinton donor. He's been anti-gun, pro-choice, and pro-universal health care. So no, but if you set him up if you set him up as the voice of conservative America, well, conservatives should note that these are also his voice, and so should you.
It's beyond liberal or conservative. It's the id. It's the lizard brain.
Exactly
this guy he said, I'm going to make the Mexicans behave, and he called them motherfuckers. Play that little.
Yeah.
Listen, you motherfuckers.
Play it again. They didn't hear it.
Listen, you motherfuckers.
Well,
listen to me, you motherfuckers.
But isn't this just a promotion for Celebrity Apprentice? I mean, really?
No.
That's what I think.
Probably.
Let me ask you a question.
You're wrong.
Who's giving him money? Like, do you think people donate money to him like he's a real candidate?
He doesn't need
Judd, he's worth $9 billion. He says he's worth $9 billion. He's a struggling actor from Queens. It was actually worth negative $300,000. No.
What's that screw tape letters? The greatest trick the devil pulled off is to make people disbelieve that he was real. So the point is, Donald Trump, I'm not saying he's the devil, but you said id, I-D-I-O-T. And the reality is that Donald Trump is no idiot in this sense. He understands how to work his audience. He understands how to be not wrong but right. And his failure to apologize is the kind of John Wayne persona that George W. Bush had, and that kind of swagger is what so much of those people are looking for.
I'm telling you, when he's on the stage with those other 9 people, they're just going to cower that he doesn't pick on them next.
Well, hold on. I don't think they're afraid of Donald Trump.
I think they're very afraid of him. If you were at a state fair and you were watching, you know, the corn dog show or something, and somebody ran in and said, any of the other Republican candidates showed up. Hey, Rand Paul's here. Okay. You know, hey, Carly Fiorina just showed up. Yeah. Would you go? Donald Trump just showed up.
Well, it's because, this is one where I just indict the media on this one, because every time he does anything loony, he gets so much press. He holds a press release to be the birther-in-chief, and everybody goes and watches him, and then they point and say...
But how did he come in second to Jeb Bush? Both in New Hampshire and in a new national poll. I mean, the point is he's second among all of that gaggle of people you have running.
But we also watched We also watched every member of the gaggle last time rise and fall, and I think we'll see that.
Yeah, and
I don't think he's going to be president.
The same week had him like 1%.
But if he dreams he's as talented as Kanye, he better wake up and apologize.
He also, he also has the most important quality for running for president, which is thinking you're awesome enough to run.
That's right.
Well, that's
they
what
love that.
Right.
I would love to see a Trump Christie ticket, and all East Coast, all fuck you.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
You know what he is? He's the guy on The Bachelorette that you don't want kicked off the show.
Yeah.
He's the healer guy, you know? He's the jackass, and you're like,
exactly.
oh, why'd they kick him off? It would have been great if he was there the whole time.